couple drives, we were, taking shots down the field, hitting them, getting our best players involved. It felt good to see our guys be able to go do that.
You talk about those best guys. Josh Simon, he was big in both of those drives, 3 receptions in each. And then in the second one, I believe he drew an early pass interference to move the ball a little bit. What's it going to take to get him specifically, I guess, involved like that throughout the whole game?
Well, continue to be creative. You got to find ways to move him around, find ways where, he's in different spots where they can't find him all the time and be able to run certain coverages against him. And the good thing about him too is he makes a lot of contested plays too. He makes some 50-50 catches where not every play we call is going to be get somebody wide open, get somebody running naked down the field. So just continuing to give him opportunities.
And with KT, I guess looking back on his first start, reviewing the film and stuff, I guess how would you evaluate how he did, and what does he need to improve upon in your opinion?
Well, I give credit to both the kids that's played for us this year so far, and the toughness that they show. They play hard, they care. The thing KT did really well is he pulled the trigger. He let it rip, and that's what we wanted out of him. A couple times I wish he'd have been a little safer with the ball, but he was out there competing. That's what I like to see. I thought there was a lot of time that his eyes were really bad. His eyes were in the wrong place based on coverage, based on corners alignments and stuff that we have to get fixed. And it was his first real game, first start of getting to go out there and do that stuff. So you expect some growing pains, but at the end of the day, this is a show me world, a show me business, and we got to go produce. And it's not okay to go produce 2 or 3 times in a game. You got to go produce consistently to whatever it takes to win that football game. And I thought we were very poor in a lot of areas in the second half.
And I know you had touched upon some of the turnovers and stuff the last couple of weeks. That's really hurt you guys. What's it going to take to make sure those types of things don't happen again Saturday?
Well, you gotta, you just gotta. It's not, especially as a quarterback, you got to do it right during the week. You got to learn how to do it in practice. But when you go out there, you got to be conscientious about, where can I put this ball to give my guy a chance to catch it, but nobody else a chance. And, you know, I talk to our guys all the time. You're not going to see everybody. You're not all, you can't, as a quarterback, you can't see all 11. So, you got to find your read, pick out, who the read is on that play and throw the ball and throw it with conviction. And, you don't, that's why you don't lay the ball up and those type of things. Those guys play defense for a reason. So if you throw it hard, when you throw it with conviction, if you happen to miss a guy or you don't see one of the defenders, a lot of times they drop it. So like I said, they're over there for a reason. So, there's been a lot of good things. There's a lot of positives to take away, but where you see it's like a football team in general, and then as a quarterback, where you see the most growth is game 1 to game 2. And we've got to see KT take a huge step forward from last game to this game. And I think he will. He puts in the time, he cares. So, we look forward to getting to go out there this week.
And, Coach Helton said the O-line's a little bit banged up. I guess, how are you guys looking along the line? And what are you expecting out of those guys for the rest of the week leading up into Saturday?
Well, to go out there and get it done. This is football, man. Nobody's feeling sorry for us. I can promise you that. So, yeah, we got a couple guys beat up. We got a couple guys that we'll see where they are later in the week to see if they get to go. But again, those guys they're working their tail off to try to get to go. I know they want to play, and we got to get our other young guys ready to go. And at the end of the day, all people care about were how you looked and did you win. And no matter who's out there, we got to go produce.
With this Chattanooga team, they haven't played a game at all this year. This is going to be the only one they play in the fall. What do you know about them? And I guess on film from last year, what can you take away from that?
Well, I mean, they're well coached. Coach Wright does a great job. The defensive coordinator, I know a little bit, Coach Whammy. He's been a defensive coordinator in the SEC, won a lot of football games when Coach Spurrier and those guys were at South Carolina. And so they're an experienced group. And, we understand they got one game all year. They're going to throw everything they have at us. They got nothing to lose. They go out. This is the Super Bowl for them. And so we gotta be ready to go. You gotta play with great energy, great passion, and be able to execute what's going on. And it's tough. It's tough in the fact that they hadn't played a game since last November. So they could come out and be completely different. And so we'll have to make a ton of adjustments. We got to follow our rules. While we're out there, and you can't adjust while you're on the field. Our linemen especially got to follow exactly what their rules are for each blocking scheme for each front. And when they do something new to us, we got to be able to adjust really quick. And I'm sure they've got some different pressure packages that they've worked on. They've had 8 months to do it, so they'll be a different group. It'll be an interesting game, that's for sure.